I used to work at a bar on Franklin.
And we've really settled into that.
Yeah. It's 2024.
It is.
To some.
To you.
To y'all.
To me, it's
2013.
Oh, man. The more inside jokes we do on here that are literally just you and me, like not anyone else, the better. I heard that's good for
business.
Yeah.
Like if to start doing inside jokes.
If you have a podcast, have it be almost
exclusive inside jokes,
indecipherable to an external audience.
Why are you my clarity?
So
I've been running through the wolves to get to you.
And I don't want to explain the joke to them. So my year's already cooked. What about you?
As the late great David Schwimmer once said, it's only the second day and I'm already a loser. Oh, he wasn't the one who died.
Yeah.
Sorry. As the great David Schwimmer said.
For 2024, the rest of the Friends cast die.
Our 2024 predictions, the rest of the Friends cast dies.
The rest of the Friends cast will die.
May the one who actually died rest, though.
Yeah.
For 2024 is letting Matthew Perry rest.
In 2024, saying rest in peace and meaning that shit. Mm-hmm. Actually meaning it.
Out for 2024, doing ketamine in a jacuzzi.
I mean, it depends on the vibe you're going for. Someone associated with somewhere fell down after snorting ketamine and hit his head really hard on the ground outside of a bar on Franklin that we used to work at.
I am a fire gasoline. Who the fuck did that?
I can't.
Well, just say it and edit it out. Just tell me later.
I'll do it and then we can bleep it because it'll be funnier for the, it was.
Oh, yeah. Oh God. Can I say it was a Nepo baby?
I mean,
not that he uses the status to his advantage, but
no, he's quite literally not a Nepo baby.
Yeah.
Because nepotism means having an unfair advantage because of your parenting. And if anything, he has an unfair disadvantage because of his parenting.
Yeah. So he fell and hit his head because he was on ketamine?
He took ketamine, I think, for the first time in his life while
he don't act like it.
I mean,
he acts like he does do K regularly.
He acts like he's been on ketamine the whole time.
Yeah. He acts like I've never seen him not on ketamine.
No, I think, something funny happened with him where one night he came, because he gets pretty drunk easily. And one night he came in and he was like, dude, I figured it out. I figured out how to not get drunk. You just have to eat food during the day. And I was like, yeah, you should do more.
Tick tock on the clock and the party don't stop, no. Oh.
There you go. That's a little before our window for that joke.
What?
TikTok. It was more, wasn't that 2008?
What era am I supposed to be singing songs from?
2012 only.
2012?
Yeah.
Like Avicii and stuff?
Anything.
Okay, whatever.
There were some Katy Perry bangers in 2012.
Okay.
Call Me Maybe, I think, was 2012. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Anyways. Out. Ketamine in a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
How was your New Year's that we spent together?
It was good. We got our bar closes for a week over Christmas.
Yes.
So I had 6 or 7 days with not shit to do. And we also get a Christmas bonus for not working. So y'all can suck our dicks for that. And I hope you had a great Christmas. Yeah. So I did like a week of rest and relaxation myself, and I had the apartment to myself because Rumi went to Miami. So I did a few things. I got acupuncture for the first time,
T.
which is crazy.
Did they do all over?
I thought they would only put it in my face, but I went and it was like just me and this man, and he said, now stick your tongue out. And I had it out for like what felt like 60 seconds, which is way too long to just be sitting with my tongue out.
I can't remember the last time I had my tongue out of my mouth for more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, just like a little just a little I've never had it out longer than a little
Yeah. Why?
Well, then he stared at it and he goes, okay. And I was like, what?
That was the tongue reader.
Yeah, I didn't know acupuncture comes with a tongue reading. Ancient.
Not all of them. Not all of them. That's
Oh, well,
you got a good one.
Well, I got an ancient Chinese tongue reading. Is it Chinese? Did they do acupuncture?
I'm not confident.
Yeah, me neither. And yourself, you should be.
In 2024, not being confident.
Not being confident.
Crippling insecurities.
In for 2024 is not being sure what's Chinese, Korean, or Japanese.
And that's all of the times. That's all. If that girl outside of that afters that one time, was doing that this year, she would have been in the clear.
Literally. It was out last year.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got acupuncture. He read my tongue and then said that based on like the color of it, that he could tell I was prone to stress and anger. And I was like, wow, how'd you know? I'm so calm right now. And then he decided...
your fists are balled up.
He decided where to put the needles based on the color of my tongue. So he put like 2 in my toesies, like in my feet, all the way up to my head, like top of my head. Where he put like 4 in the top of my head. And I was like... I was like, this is the part of me that you're never gonna... Yeah, and it felt... I literally can only describe it as like when you take an edible and it starts hitting like 30 minutes later. Because he put the needles in me, and then I was like, what? I literally said, so what now? And he turned the lights off, and he's like, you're just gonna sit here. And I was like, for how long? Like, what the fuck? He was like, I'll just check on you every now and then. And then he left. And after like 15 minutes... I had my regular thoughts, like mind racing, whatever. And then after like 15, 20 minutes, it all just like disappeared. And I was so calm and peaceful. And the one time that my friend died and then came back to life when they were shocked with like defibrillators or whatever, it felt like what they must have experienced when they died.
Is that based on what they told you? Or?
Yeah, they said it was like a piece they've never known before, and I was like, that's what I felt on the acupuncture.
I've never
test.
heard of that. I never heard that story that your friend died.
Oh, my friend who flooded my apartment, Kush.
Kush died.
My friend Kush who flooded my apartment died once and was brought back to life. And the piece they described was the piece
Low-key,
I felt
they
on
might
the
have
acupuncture
died
table.
While ass down on your shower drain that one time, and then came back to life. Did they describe that night as peace like they've never felt before? Yeah, when my ass was clogging your shower drain, it was a piece that I've never felt before.
No, but I did think when I stepped into water that was in Jose's
that
room,
they were dead.
That I was like, oh, I'm cooked because they're dead.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's exactly what I felt like on the acupuncture table. I started getting waves of chills. I started crying at one point. I started hysterically laughing at one point. At one point, I was like, the earth is nothing but love. Like, that's all that there is. And everything's going to be okay. Like, it was crazy. Needles in me.
Yeah, needles that shot you full of heroin.
Yeah, they definitely laced them or something.
That's crazy.
I can't recommend it enough. I feel like I stumbled upon some sort of secret, but it's not a secret. Like, everyone knows about it.
Literally everyone I've ever met has done.
But I don't know anyone who actively...
never recommended it the way that you're recommending it.
Oh, I don't know anyone who actively goes and gets acupuncture. So let me just say...
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it. In 2024. And you know what? Don't even go to a professional. Just try it on your own.
Yeah, just
Stick
prick yourself with needle. Yeah. Before I put this needle light on the ground in my face, does anyone want to admit they have a crush on me?
Damn. All right. Well, let's go. I'm down.
It's kind of like a go by yourself thing.
What? It's only the one room.
No, it's just that if I have that feeling again with someone, doesn't matter who it is, like I'm going to start fucking them. It didn't make me horny, but it made me so calm that I could just fuck.
You ever get acupuncture make you horny as hell, man?
These needles got me horny as fuck.
These needles, I'm not finna act up with these fucking
This
needles.
acupuncture about to make me act up. That's literally how I felt.
I have someone I went to high school with had bad headaches and used to get acupuncture that like migraines that would.
Yeah, I mean, it literally can. Like in Sex and the City, Charlotte got it to help her get pregnant. Like, it's a miracle thing. No.
Wow, so that was the highlight of your holidays.
Yes, but I did some other stuff. I went to We Spa, which is like a 24-hour spa in Koreatown.
We've talked about Respawn though.
Sure, yes. Yeah, I went to the saunas there.
Great for cruising.
Yeah, I wasn't there to do that.
Okay. Not even post acupuncture.
No.
It's like,
Not
get
even,
these
not
needles out of me. I gotta hit the Wii Spa.
Yeah, We Spa. What else the fuck did I do? I saw a bunch of movies by myself. I got high every day. I saw Zodiac. I saw a 3-hour-long French film called Children of Paradise. That was really good. Yeah.
No.
What did you do over the break?
I had a nice Christmas Eve soiree, and then after that, I proceeded to not interact with humankind for most of up until I think like the 29th. I got a really bad headache, and I also
Need a few needles in you.
yeah, I need something.
Yeah. Need some dick in my ass.
No, that's
That was me. I wasn't being you. I was being me.
okay. I watched. I've been watching Game of Thrones. Have you heard of that show?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's all right.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you know that. You know our GM loves to make this same joke every time someone brings up Game of Thrones. She likes to go. She'll go. Yeah, I just watched. She was like, "Yeah, I gave it a try. I didn't think it was that funny though." and like, it's not. Obviously, it's a dramatic series. But then she proceeds to go. She's like, "Yeah, I mean, in the first episode, like this girl gets raped," and I was just like, "Yeah, I don't get the joke." And I've heard she said that to me, and I've heard her say it. Like I've overheard her say that same exact joke to like 4 or 5 other people.
Yeah. Side note, like one awful thing about our job is that like I will be told a story, and through the rest of my 4-hour shift, as I'm walking around,
hear the same
I can
person.
hear little glimpses of them saying the exact same thing to someone else, and I'm like, bruh.
I do that to G Word. I just straight up like, if I'm standing there and she's telling me the story that she already told me, I'm just like, I already heard this. I'm gonna leave right now. Like I don't want to hear this again. Mind you,
that's okay because I remember.
no, I remember. I heard it. You told me. Remember when you told me? You did tell me that. Well, no, because the problem is, and I don't care if G Word hears this. The problem is the story was so fucking boring to begin with.
God.
Like, it was already boring when I heard it for the first time. Last thing I'm finna do is listen to it again.
Black Trick is coming out.
There's no such thing. In 2024, Black Sense.
Yeah.
All right, so that covers that, and then New Year. And then New Year's was like.
New Year's we worked, and
New Year's was busy and like a fun.
I was done at 11, and I was like planning on going home, but then my tables had other plans for me. They were like, we're not going to fucking sign the check until 11:59 p.m.
And when we're about to, we're gonna order one more.
Yeah. No, the thing is, the kitchen closes at 11, and people like to test my fucking patience and order at 10:59, which means I gotta wait for the food to come out. And
Do you?
well, yeah.
Oh.
Kinda, because then it's just some tables I literally have to take give them a tutorial, like a step-by-step tutorial on how to fucking close out. I'll be like, okay, here's the check, and I'll be like, 2 minutes later, I'm like, can I get your card with the check?
This is a pen, and what you're gonna do
Yes,
is
no, I have to
use
do that. And I'm like, can I get your card? And they go, oh yeah, here you go. Then I bring it back. Then I'm like, 5 minutes later, I'm like, can you sign it now? And then give it to me. Like, it's literally crazy. It's so fucking crazy.
If I had a table that ordered at 1 minute before the kitchen closes, I would just be like, all right, so here's the check with your order. And you see that little window right there? Mm-hmm. That's where your food's going to be when it's ready. Yeah. I'll be home already in bed.
I'll be drunk across at the bar.
I'll be at the table right there next to you, drinking with my friends.
If they ordered at 10:59, I'd be like, okay. And then I'd leave, and then I'd come back and be like, hey, I was about to put it in, and then it turned 11.
And
sorry.
I guess, God's trying to tell us something. Maybe skip this meal.
But you can have a big old plate of these nuts if you want. Just clocking out, immediately saying the craziest things to customers.
I'm off the clock, so I'm
off the clock, so if you wanted to eat my ass, maybe you could do that. That might fill you up,
Maybe
bitch.
If you're so fucking hungry, you should just eat my asshole.
Maybe if you want a drink, you can have Jacob Elordi's bathwater, bitch. I got some right here.
And it's Barry Keoghan is your table. But yeah, there was nothing too crazy happened. Usually, like, I don't know if you remember last New Year's, we talked about on the pod, was when someone at like literally 9 p.m. told the woman next to him that she offered him an onion ring, and he was like, no, but instead of that, I'd love for you to sit on my face in front of her boyfriend. So I was like kind of expecting at least something along.
Well, yeah, I was gonna go home, but I ended up staying, and then cheers with everyone.
Yeah, you had 2 New Year's kisses.
All right, let. I don't want to.
But they don't have to know.
Yeah, I don't want
about each other. It's good for both of them to be wondering about the.
Listen. I ordered a drink from you, and the look on your face when I said I'll have a Chopin and grapefruit.
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, let me dust off this bottle of Chopin that hasn't been opened since 1995.
Okay, if you want to hear something really autistic coded.
Yes, I do.
I'm only been drinking vodka grapefruits like the past couple weeks because that's what Bryce and Ellis drinks. His character in the Shards drinks that.
Yeah, that's kind of on brand for you though, because like anytime you
my life after a fictional character.
Anytime you consume a piece of media, it does kind of like become your personality.
Yeah.
Like when you read a picture of Dorian Gray and started speaking exclusively in like 18th century English.
I read the picture of Dorian Gray, then I saw you next, and I was like, "Good Mara, how are you?" And then I'll watch like 2 episodes of Sex and the City, and I'm like, "Oh my god, he's not texting me back. What am I gonna fucking do?" And then I watch Friends, and I start taking my consonants to the back of my throat like Rachel does,
and making jokes that are like a little too racist for modern day.
Yeah, you should be like, "This is the best matcha I've ever had."
Oh yeah.
You notice I do that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I did it again.
It's happening.
Oh my god, I can't. Yeah, no, I don't know why, but I really model my life after the current media.
Now you're reading Bret Easton Ellis.
Now I'm reading Bret Easton Ellis's latest novel, which is it's set in 1980s Los Angeles, and it's about a serial killer stalking a group of very wealthy high school students. And Bret is like the main guy.
And one of them might be the serial killer, low-key.
Yes, we don't know yet. I'm almost done, so I'll keep you posted. But yeah, now I'm modeling myself after Bret, who's the main character. And he drinks vodka grapefruits, so that's why I asked for Chopin and grapefruit.
That's fine. Does he call them greyhounds in the book, or?
No, he's 17, so he says vodka grapefruit. I just wanted Chopin.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this, and I guess I can just cover this. Yesterday on January 1st, I went to an AA meeting.
Yes.
And the speaker was like telling all these kind of little vignettes about her experience drinking, kind of like talking about each time she got sober and then like had a relapse and what the cause for each relapse was. And one of them, and you're not really an alcoholic,
anymore.
or a drinker, so it's you don't know the names for all the cocktails and stuff. Like you'll be like,
Me?
yeah, you.
Oh.
You serve at a bar and you'll come up and be like, hey, do we have Bud Light? Do we have that? Or you'll be like, Tanqueray, what even is that? And I'm like, it's a brand of gin. Like,
I'm like, do we have Marker's Mark?
but this woman goes, well, the first thing she does is consistently refer to the secretary of the meeting, who is a transgender woman, as him the whole time. She was just like, I just was so honored when he invited me to come here, and like, and
You were in North Hollywood.
It's true. What else did I expect?
Yeah.
But she goes, yeah, and then my most recent sober date was the night before. I was drinking vodka, Kahlua, and creams. And I was like, that's called a White Russian. And nobody on earth has ever called it a vodka, Kahlua, and cream. And then her second relapse was just after her parents died. And she goes, and mind you, this is on January 1st, this meeting yesterday.
Yes.
She's going, I was at a wedding and I had been sober for like 6 years at this point. But I was just alone at this wedding and my parents had just died. And in front of me, they had that, what is it? What's it called? It was like a glass. And then she's like to the person, she's like, what is it called? And the woman's like, how would I know what you're talking about? And then she goes, what's that stuff you drink on New Year's? And then everyone goes, champagne.
She didn't know the
She
word
couldn't
champagne.
think of champagne. And I was like, what kind of a fucking alcoholic are you?
Literally,
bitch?
literally.
But yeah, that was, it's giving, well, cause a vodka grapefruit is called a Greyhound.
Why, though? And why is that other thing called a White Russian?
I don't know. You can, if you invent it, you can name it whatever you want.
So if I want to invent the cocksucker,
I bet you that's already
vodka, Kahlua, and cream.
No, it has to be new. It can't be
Vodka, Kahlua, cream, and lime juice is the cocksucker.
When you add cream and the
Cowboy
cocksucker shot
recipe is what?
It's
It looks like shit. First of all,
it looks like a cup of frothy cum. Does it not?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Hang on, let me, because I'll put in a picture of this shot.
Has anyone ever come in and asked you for a cowboy cocksucker shot?
Yes, but I didn't know that it was a shot, so I ended up giving them something very different than what they wanted. Wait, here the fall or winter night. Here's a list of when you should serve this drink. This drink is a perfect addition for several different occasions. So the perfect time to order a cowboy cocksucker shot is on fall or winter nights, winter holidays, after dinner drinks.
It's very coquette girl, like listening to folklore with a cowboy cocksucker shot.
Yeah,
just one of those.
Or like when
crisp
you're
autumn nights.
Yeah, when maybe you just got out of a hard relationship and you're alone and you're finally realizing that maybe for the first time ever that you can be happy on your own as an independent woman, and you step out and you have your shawl and you just sip your cowboy cocksucker shot on a cold winter night.
Maybe it's like the beginning of Bradley Cooper's A Star Is Born, and you you stumble into a bar not thinking anything of it. You order a cowboy cocksucker shot, and boom, the love of your life is performing on stage.
The most talented person you've ever heard perform. It's butterscotch.
How beautiful.
Butterscotch schnapps, Irish cream, and Southern Comfort.
Irish cream? I can give you some Irish cream right now. You want a real cocksucker shot?
Low-key, I'm going to make that next time I'm at work. But yeah, so you can name anything you want.
All right. Well, for 2024, the cowboy cocksucker shot.
Okay. Every night we go out drinking, we start it with a cowboy cocksucker.
I will buy drinks for the entire night if you go up to a male bartender and say, in all seriousness, hey, can I get a cowboy cocksucker shot? And just kind of look around.
Yeah, let's do that at Cantor's at the kids' room.
Yeah. Okay, should we get into our ins and outs for 2024? We've
Yeah,
been
well,
teasing them.
Yeah, we have. I mean, it's kind of the ongoing bit, and I think it's going to be an intolerable part of our personality for the coming month. Probably for everyone who wants to be around us is going to be like
They're going to say a regular thing. We're going to be like, oh my God, in for 2024.
yeah.
They'll be like, bitch, my grandmother passed away. And we're going to be like, in for 2024, your grandmother dying.
Did you see the TikTok where this girl, it's like filmed from outside the apartment, and the girl walks in, she's wearing wrapping paper for Christmas, and she walks in and she goes, I'm here, I'm your present this year, and everyone in the room is crying, and this one girl is just like, and then the girl looks over as soon as she walks in and goes, she just found out her dad has a brain tumor.
No, I did not see that.
So that's in for 2024.
Yeah.
What are our other?
Okay, so in for 2024, replacing normal sounds with Looney Tunes sound effects.
Yeah.
So you got your classics.
Yeah, you got your you stub your toe and you go,
Yow! And then
your toe throbs afterwards, like
like really big. Yeah. There's instead of falling down, like going off an edge of something.
Oh, yeah, if
hovering there for a solid 3 seconds
until you realize that you're not on the ground anymore, and then that's when you fall. And maybe hold up a sign really fast before you fall.
And maybe going, guys.
In for 2024. In for 2024. Running away really fast and leaving a U-shaped cloud behind.
Yeah, or running in place for a few seconds until smoke builds up and then just
And then
barreling
taking
off
off,
really
yeah.
fast. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, there you go.
And I said Scientology's in,
Yeah.
but that's under the idea that like I feel like every cool person should join it and kind of make it a new thing.
Yeah, like we're taking Scientology back.
Yeah. And it's going to replace Christianity as like the number one religion in America.
Christianity is out. Mm-hmm. Low-key, it's been out for a couple years.
It fell off.
But Christianity is out. Ever since that Jesus guy died, it's really been pretty slow. A slow.
We've
crash
let it
and
go
burn.
on long enough. Like honestly.
Like, did you even know Jesus? Yeah, and Scientology is. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna revive their image from the Danny Masterson era. Mm-hmm. We're bringing it into a new era.
We're gonna enter a new Scientology era where it's like not Danny Masterson, but maybe like Dev Patel is the face of it. Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that would really turn things around.
Yeah. Just that. Yeah, the simple addition of Dev Patel would really.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
Microdosing is
Microdosing.
in, macrodosing is out.
Yeah.
Instead of getting totally fucked up, just microdosing a little bit of whatever you want.
Yeah. Like microdosing friendships.
I was thinking drugs, but so true.
I mean, it could be anything. Like,
Yeah.
Like maybe I'll try microdosing water tomorrow.
Yeah, or microdosing like some matcha or
Yeah. Microdosing caffeine is just taking a sip of coffee every day.
we microdose our podcast. There's like 2-minute episodes.
The podcast comes, it's the full 30-second intro, and then it's just hi, bye, and then and then the outro.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'm Patrick. This is I used to work at a bar in Franklin. See you guys next week.
Available wherever podcasts are found. What else we got? Oh,
A touch of the tism.
A touch of the tism is so in.
Yeah.
So in. I know it's a bit of a joke, but I couldn't be more serious. I think being autistic, like it couldn't be a better time to be autistic.
Well, yes.
I was at a bar on Franklin when a regular from Boston, this old guy from Boston who's like, not only is he from Boston, so he says really offensive things because he's from Boston, he's also old And like when he was in Boston growing up, it was like in the 80s. So it's the double inappropriateness to be in Los Angeles. Like you're saying things that you can only say on the East Coast, and you're also saying things that you could only get away with saying in the 90s.
Okay, yeah.
But he has this theory that all of the witches that were killed during the Salem witch trials were actually just autistic.
I believe it.
And they kept being like, what the fuck? Like, burn them, kill that witch. Like, because they were just autistic.
Yeah, because they had hyperfixations that
Yeah.
couldn't be explained.
Yeah. The natural science at the time couldn't explain.
Their hyperfixation was like levitating and you can't really blame them.
Their hyperfixation was hexing people. But yeah, I truly do think that.
Well, I'm not autistic that we know of, so I kind of have to like parlay my niche interests into autism, or what could present as autism.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is,
To go when you're going niche interest for niche interest with an actual autistic person, and they whip out something real obscure.
well, but the thing is, it's all relative. And like, so I was talking to Umfi, who Abby, shout out Abby, friend of the pod,
Totes.
who just comes into work and she's like, joke's on me, I've been calling people autistic this whole time and I think I'm autistic.
She said to me the other day, she's like, ever since I self-diagnosed as autistic, and then like said something, and I was like, bro.
But the thing is, how do you, I mean, knowing nothing about it at all,
Having no prior knowledge of
how
of the
do you get a diagnosis? Like it's a spectrum, and it's not A to B spectrum. It's like a fucking 3-dimensional spectrum.
Right,
Like
yeah.
how could you possibly know?
You just have to self-diagnose. It's kind of just like a
Yeah.
vibe that you catch in yourself.
Yeah, like one
in your
time
soul.
Well, then I'm for sure a little acoustic. For sure. Like there's no
I mean,
way.
my brother is,
Yeah, your brother's like,
and that's like not even a lie or
no,
a joke at all.
Yeah, I think he's like, yeah. I think he could get a real diagnosis.
No, and I'm literally not kidding. Like he could, and then if it's in his blood, a touch of the tism has got to be in mine.
True.
Because he's got more than a touch. So I probably have just like a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, some of the things that you describe as like niche micro interests that other people have, like you make other people feel that way about your interests.
Wait,
know?
what do you mean?
Like, you know, when you're like, I'm going hyperfixation with hyperfixation with an autistic, like someone who's actually autistic.
Yeah.
And then they hit me with something where I'm like, oh, I guarantee you've done that to some. Oh, shout out Abby.
Autistic friend of the pod just texted, and a very autistic meme. Says, never ask a woman her age. A man his salary choice on why his parents moved to Perth from South Africa in the mid-90s. That was great. That's like right on cue. That's wild.
But yeah, I think you've made someone.
I've made someone else be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, 100%.
With what?
Like the hyper pop artists that you like, or
Oh.
like there's some thing.
Maybe my 9/11 knowledge too kind of
Yeah.
gags some people.
Yeah, the fact that you like are almost consistently watching 9/11 videos like
Me and-
year round.
Abby and I were talking about this New Year's Eve, like literally when it was like hitting midnight. We were like, do you ever just get really engrossed in like some 9/11 footage and you can't get like enough angles of the planes hitting? And we were like, yeah, when you're like, I need another angle. Like, see, I say stuff like that and then people are like, what?
Yeah, like exactly what just happened.
Well, I don't know. What else is it? For 2024, contradicting myself because I am large and I contain multitudes. That's the same thing as autism.
Yeah.
In the crying laughing emoji,
Yes.
like
Not the crying emoji.
No, the one that has,
that's
like, it's laughing so
smiling.
hard it has little tears coming out of it. I started using it again and I'm obsessed.
Yeah, because the one that you would typically use is tears streaming down, and it's almost an anguished face. It's
Yeah.
like
you know, the regular crying emoji.
yeah,
Or
which
the
has never
sobbing
been
emoji.
which has never been used to actually demonstrate sadness. I don't
Right.
think
Yeah. It's a
been-
laughing emoji.
Yeah.
Or the skull emoji. Be like, I'm dead. I'm
Yeah.
weak. So I'm replacing both of those with the actual laughing emojis.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
isn't there one that's like slightly tilted, or is that not?
Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
there's a kitten one. There's one that's like crying
Yeah.
laughing as a cat.
Oh,
Oh my god! You just got a text with that tilted laughing
just
emoji.
texted. Yeah. Which is funny because this is exactly the like.
But she's dead
using
serious.
Yeah, she's using it unironically.
Yeah. It's weird because now I'm starting to use it ironically, unironically. Like, I mean, that's just literally what I look like when I'm laughing. You know?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I have never.
Why would you
seen-
say that?
I've never seen anything squirt out of your face the way that these tears
Okay.
are. Oh. Also, the editing of this.
Hi, Scotty. Oh, hey.
Anyways, what else we got here?
The last thing I have for 2024 is. I didn't mention this one to you before I wrote it down. Sexual quid pro quos.
I mean, yeah, that should have always been in, but
Fucking your way to the top.
yeah,
Exchanging sex for
for
industry favors.
Mm-hmm. or really any kind of
Or
to
any- yeah, I mean that's specific to
weaponizing
me.
your sexuality to curry favor and build a better life for
using your sexuality to your advantage,
yourself. And not
to walk all over people, to just get a butt, to get higher up.
yeah.
I think we should bring that back.
Yeah, so you're saying like
I think we should have the choice.
you're saying you're saying like what Harvey Weinstein did to all those women. We still want that to be an option at least. Like if you want,
But not in a Harvey Weinstein way. Like if Harvey Weinstein was like a good guy, if he was like, if you want to give me a blowjob, I'll get.
or like he's not. He's
I gotta think this out.
well, hang on now. Give me a second to get my thoughts in order. Well, no, because so what Harvey was doing was going.
I won't give you this
If
job.
you don't give me a blowjob, you'll never work in this industry again.
Exactly.
We're talking about the opposite, which is to be like, hey Harvey, I know you got a busy day ahead and you're trying to figure out who's gonna have this part in this movie.
Yeah.
Just want you to know I'm willing to give you a blowjob.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not that if you don't like you're blackballed, you got to look somewhere else. Maybe.
That's probably how. You just gotta like maybe consider a different career choice.
Yeah.
but- I think that's probably how it started. That's probably how it started.
Yeah. I'm just saying we can't let it morph into something that it's not supposed to be.
I mean, look, everything's cyclical.
Yeah.
Time's not linear.
So true.
And the pendulum's going to swing back in the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
And
And it's gonna swing into my ass.
Weinstein got really unlucky. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the ins and outs. Did we?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Did we have any predickies too?
Yeah. We have some 2024 predictions. So we said Celine.
Oh, also, one more in for 2024 is the cowboy cocksucker shot.
Yes, totally. The cowboy cocksucker shot. Put that back on the menu.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. It's from Lord of the Rings. I don't think you've ever seen that. But anyways.
We said Celine Dion will be set loose from stiff person syndrome.
Yes. And you know what I was thinking earlier
No.
is what you don't?
Well, yes, actually.
Yes, I do.
I'm an autistic witch.
I was thinking when you were describing acupuncture that low key all Celine needs is probably some acupuncture and she's not going to have stiff person syndrome anymore. Because it loosened you up, did it not?
It sure the
Did it
fuck
not?
did. Yeah.
She's going to have floppy persons.
She's going to have non-stiff person syndrome, like what we have.
Yeah. Little did we know we have all types of syndromes.
Yeah.
I got normal ass person syndrome.
I have chill ass dude syndrome.
All right, what else? Oh yeah. Election year. So
It's an election year.
our prediction is
Our prediction for who wins president.
it's gonna be a Bin Laden.
Yeah, a relative of Osama bin
A
Laden.
relative of Osama bin Laden.
Because John Legend dated a bin Laden.
Yeah, I mean, you
Gal.
want to talk about Nepo, baby.
Yeah, it's them. They're
It's them.
elites.
Yeah.
They're elites in society, like right under our noses.
Yeah. Statistically, you've interacted with a Bin Laden.
Especially if you're in New York or
If
LA.
if you're in a room with 3 people, each of you look to your left and to your right, one of you has interacted with a Bin Laden.
Yeah, if you're in New York, LA, or Chicago
Yeah.
for more than 5 years, odds are guaranteed that you've spoken to a bin Laden. Anyway, one of them is going to win the presidency.
Yeah.
And then Biden's going to be their vice president.
Yeah, because he's got a...
And then there's going to be a switcheroo. Kamala Harris is going to run the Taliban
in Afghanistan.
in the meantime.
Yeah. Well, because it's like, she say what you will, but she's driven.
Yeah.
She's motivated.
She gonna run
just
the
gonna,
Taliban
She's
like
not going
a-
to sit on the sidelines.
She gonna run it like the fucking Navy. And then we'll have like,
and that is the official government of Afghanistan.
and then we'll have like 10/11.
October 11th?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or 11/11.
That's close to... 10/11 is close to your birthday and my birthday. So
Yeah.
it's- as long as it doesn't overshadow that.
We can't. Maybe not 10/11. That's my birthday week.
My 9/11 was the terrorist attack that happened on my birthday.
Okay, wait. I was looking at Kylie Minogue's discography the other day, and seeing how it like not juxtaposed,
That
but
might
like
be the gayest thing you've ever done.
I was looking at her discography to see where it coincided with 9/11 happening. And so she dropped.
There's a categoric shift before and after.
Yeah. No, I'm not even kidding. Like, they're really, you can hear sonically like how 9/11 happened.
Wait, and just quickly, I can't wait to hear this Celine Dion post Stiff Person Syndrome. Like whatever album she's about to put out, it's gonna be crazy.
Okay, I'm keep going.
Because her vocal cords are muscles. So it's gonna have an effect. That's all I know.
Right. Okay, so if you're listening to Kylie Minogue, right? Fever, which was like the album, it came out in 2001, and I was like, damn, what month did it come out? It came out October 1st. So this is 3 weeks after 9/11. The album was already done, so this doesn't really count as like the sounds of after 9/11. It was just released right after 9/11, but like singles had already been out.
Yeah.
So-
but also like 9/11 happened, but like you gotta remember, like that was in the works for a while too. It's kind of 9/11 was kind of like the debut album of the time.
Yes, yeah. Singles had already dropped everywhere.
And they already knew. They knew what
They were just
direction
underground.
They were going in.
They were underground, and then they got mainstream.
Yeah.
Mainstream. So like, yeah, Fever came out. That is like pre 9/11 album because it was already recorded. So you hear it, and that has like Can't Get You Out of My Head, and like really bubbly pop songs that are disco, and then so I'm just gonna play like that. Super fun, super chill.
This is like probably her biggest hit.
Definitely. And it's just really fun and chill. And then this is the first song on her next album that came out in 2003 called Body Language.
Oh wow!
You can just tell a terrorist attack took place that changed the course of history forever.
Horrors have taken place.
Literally, like, it's crazy.
Jimmy Eat World had released an album, I think in September of 2001, called Bleed American, and then 9/11 happened, and they changed the title of the album.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was just something I discovered yesterday.
It's like the guy. It's yesterday, because I start every new year doing some form of 9/11 related research. It's giving the guy who putting out such a bubbly pop album right after 9/11 is like the guy who accidentally bowled a perfect game
on 9/11.
9/11.
Yeah. It's just crazy to me. I feel like you literally can hear that there was a shift in society between Kylie Minogue's albums. So there you go. Our next prediction was that I sleep with Mads Mikkelsen because I'll be seeing him in a few days.
Yeah.
Because you got me the greatest gift of all time, which I literally meant to say like thank you again because
you're
it was literally beyond thoughtful. You got me a membership to American Cinematheque, which I can now go to members only screenings. And one of them is with Matt Mikkelsen, so I forget what movie I'm seeing.
And once you sink your little claws into him,
Yeah.
he's gonna be especially if you get acupuncture right beforehand.
He's gonna be like, damn, you look calm as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't know you were chill like that.
I didn't know you were at peace like that. He's like, damn, not the inner workings of peace flowing through your veins. He's gonna be like, if being on top of the world was a crime, you'd be like this. Take me away, officer. The big one finally hits.
Yep.
The rapture happens.
The rapture, yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, the rapture is gonna happen at the Oscars, but it's
Or the Golden Globes or the Oscars.
I would guess Oscars.
Oscars for sure.
Yeah, and it's only gonna Christopher Nolan's gonna be the only one that goes. And
Will
the
he
rest-
even be at the Oscars?
Why wouldn't he? He's nominated.
I know he's nominated, but he seems like he can't be bothered to show up. And maybe he'll have some premonition that he's the only one that's going to go during the rapture.
Yeah, maybe he's like.
He seems really in tune. Mind you, I'm speaking as someone who literally sees him like twice a month
Yeah.
and talks to him like. So I know these things.
Yeah, remember that? Remember that time when he was like. I'm not even gonna try and do his accent. When he was like, "I know it's late, but can I get the chicken pot pie?" And you were like, "Oh, sorry, the kitchen's about to close, but you can have a plate of eating my ass if you want." Remember when you said that to Christopher Nolan? Yeah, and
And then he was like, I've had a horrible premonition that I'm about to die soon.
that I'm gonna be raptured.
Yeah, and he's like, and I want my final meal to be a chicken pot fucking pie in your ass.
Well,
And I said, okay, Christopher Nolan.
who could blame him?
Okay, Chrissy.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy when that happens. What's
Our next prediction was that Alan Ruck will crash his Tesla Cybertruck into the Golden Globes, and I will sell my stock in Tesla that my mother bought me for Christmas. And I'm gonna be a millionaire.
So you're telling me your mom bought you Tesla stock,
Yes.
and my membership to the American Cinematheque was still a better gift.
Well, yes. Sorry, but what the fuck am I gonna do with the Tesla stock?
Sell it at some point.
I'm selling it right now. I have no money. She literally goes.
She just basically just gave you cash. Like that's
like, because she kind of will get my brother and I like some cute little small stuff and then like one like really nice thing every year. And she goes, I have your big ticket item. And then hands me this and I open it and it literally says, congratulations, you are a stockholder.
You own one Tesla.
Yeah. I thought it was like the car for a second and I was like, Mom, you shouldn't have. She's like, I know, gotten you stock? Yeah, so
Mom,
sweet.
you shouldn't have. And she's like, don't worry, I didn't.
Yeah, so I am officially a shareholder in his company.
You can go to the shareholder meetings now, I think.
Where are they? At the log cabin on Santa Monica? Oh, wait, that's where AA
That's the
meetings
AA
are.
The West Hollywood AA meetings.
That's where the ghetto AA meetings go.
In is going to AA meetings, but just to make fun of the alcoholics.
Didn't they? This might have been a reference to Fight Club, but for a while, whenever I would like talk to guys on Hinge or Tinder or whatever, they'd be like, what should we do for our first date? And I'd be like, we should make up like characters and go to support group meetings and like play them and like just make up shit about our lives.
Yeah.
I think that's from Fight Club, which I went to a bar like right before New Year's, I think, and with Abby, and I was wearing a shirt that Brad Pitt once wore, and it said "Fincher never hurt nobody."
Oh.
And then
This is moments after you watched
Zodiac, yeah. And then this guy was like, "Who's Fincher?" And I was like, "A director." And he goes, "What'd he direct?" And I was like, "Fight Club." And he goes, oh my god, like he did a version of like stupid like he was like, oh, I should have known that. And I was like, yeah, have a
It's
good
okay.
night.
I just think so much less of you now. I don't know. What even is a movie, you know?
So true.
Um,
I saw two Marx Brothers movies yesterday, and they did blackface in one of them, and the whole crowd was like, they were like children, like ah, like just literally cheering and clapping, and I was like,
oh yeah, in 2024 is blackface again.
apparently. Unbeknownst to me,
No,
it's
that's, what do you mean apparently? These movies from the 30s.
yeah, but blackface.
But they were filmed.
I mean, I
Almost
audibly, I was sitting by myself. Mind you, I was sitting next to Groucho Marx's grandson, and then they put blackface on it.
Groucho Jr.
Groucho Jr. is sitting next to me, and they do blackface, and I audibly, like, under my breath went, oh my God.
And he just went,
And he was like, yeah, that's my grandfather. I was like, okay. Yeah, so apparently blackface is in. And then our last prediction for 2024 is Creation usurps Erewhon.
which I don't even.
And it's going to be out of nowhere because probably most people don't know what the fuck Creation is.
But also,
Another little secret like acupuncture.
yeah, no, you might have heard of it. It's called acupuncture. But Creation is not. Erewhon's a whole ass grocery store.
Well, I'm just talking tonic bar.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because that was my big question: was how the fuck is a juice bar gonna replace like literally Trader Joe's?
No, I'm just talking about
Trader
like.
Joe's, but for rich people.
Yeah, I'm just talking about because at Erewhon you can get a membership
Smoothies.
just for the tonic bar. It's
Well,
like
and
it's
the
its
thing, no,
own
they do have
thing.
very similar business models because both of them have like big celebrity endorsements who like make a juice that like Creation has several celebrity smoothies that are like,
Really?
yeah,
I haven't seen any.
they're all over the walls in Creation. When you walk in there, it's like
The one on Franklin?
yeah,
Oh, interesting.
but it's not. It's a chain,
Right.
and they have like Erewhon has like a Haley Bieber smoothie or
Well,
whatever.
yes, yeah.
I don't know who the celebrity is, but like there's a celebrity smoothie at Creation.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the secret of Creation is that you can recycle glass there, and for every bottle, it's like $1 off a smoothie. So you can
But
get
there is
the-
a limit. We found that out.
You, I set the limit.
You were
I was
the
bringing
reason.
too much glass, and they changed the law.
They were
to
like,
make
where are
it.
you even getting all of this glass?
I get it from our job because we sell glass water bottles, and I take a couple with me after my shift, stuff them in my ass, and then pull them out at
And then
Creation.
you're like, hey guys,
get a free smoothie.
They don't have a limit on glass bottles. You're not allowed to reach into your own asshole anymore and
Yeah.
pull stuff out.
If they're non-Creation bottles, you can only bring 10, but it's like $1 for every one, and you can get Erewhon level smoothies, if not better, not gonna lie, at half the price, and you're doing good for the environment. Like it's,
Yeah, who
it's
really
just
cares
a
about
win-win
that?
all around, and Creation is cunted. Like it's just really cute in there. The one on Highland, like the outside area is so zen. It has like a whole fountain and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they have tonic shots there.
I mean, I'm down.
I'm rooting for Creation to win.
I think Creation might already be like a higher revenue business. If you're
More than people
if you're-
realize, for
if you're
sure.
going tit for tat with the juice part. Like,
Yeah.
Like obviously you can't compete with this grocery store that's charging like $25 for a bottle.
Well, Erewhon's just like it's novel now. Like it's not novel. Does not
Well,
mean new.
It does, yeah.
It's mainstream. Like it's just
Well, the thing about Erewhon is they do have some really delicious like prepackaged foods,
so does Creation.
but not to the same level.
Right.
Like they don't have the same variety that.
Je ne
that
sais quoi. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Erewhon has more selection. Like if you want pre-batch soup or like some pre-made salads or sandwiches or whatever, Creation is very good.
It's just yeah.
But like
ever since the Balenciaga collab, it's just too mainstream now. Like I can't be seen there. And every time I go to Creation, I'm like the only one in there.
yeah,
The one on Highland.
a lot of them actually.
Yeah, like there's always empty. And then Erewhon, it's like you got to literally wrestle like 10 Haley Bieber ass bitches.
Yeah, there's-
just to get some groceries,
the-
some essentials.
The parking lot's full of Cybertrucks now.
Literally, I'm like literally dying from the radiation, from the electricity all up in their cars.
Yeah, it's like you walk through the parking lot and it's like you're walking under one of those giant transformer power line things.
Mm-hmm,
You can hear the air moving.
Yeah, it's like it's that video of like a day in the life of Democrats. Like they get in their electric vehicles to go have an abortion and then get an Erewhon
At Erewhon,
smoothie.
yeah.
Yeah, Erewhon's gonna start offering abortions soon. That's my prediction for 2024. They're gonna become like Planned Parenthood / Erewhon.
Stem cell smoothie.
The aborted fetus smoothie.
Yeah, I wonder because the funny thing about Erewhon is like, I mean, maybe not in LA, but I feel like being rich is like kind of being like anti-democrat.
Well, yes.
And it's funny because like at a certain point, they're going to price out their own demographic.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because I went to Santa Monica yesterday to watch a couple racist ass movies. And I seem to find the most racist spaces in LA, like when you consider it's supposed to be like a liberal ass city.
Yeah,
because I went to that.
You naturally gravitate to the places that make you feel
that are
more
like
at
all
home,
white,
more at home. Yeah,
all white spaces, because they were cheering at blackface at these movies I was at.
That's wild. That's crazy.
I'm not even I'm not exaggerating. They literally clapped. And then Abby texting again. Another autistic meme. And then like the debate I went to, that like Grimes versus Anna from Red Scare. Like I just happen to find these places, and it's just, and I mean that was in a rich part of town. Like the Aero theaters in Santa Monica were like really rich people are.
Yeah.
So I mean they just be Republican, like, you know.
Well, if they're clapping at blackface, then it's all adding up. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah. So blackface is in again. Watch out.
Was it ever out though? No, actually though, let's see if maybe out for 2024 can be like racism.
Maybe.
And then we can find, well, it feels kind of like anti-Semitism is replacing like, because like anti-Semitism isn't racism as much as like, because it's not based on race, right?
I thought Jew was a race.
But anti-Semitism is prejudice against Jews as a religion, not about like the racial Jews.
Oh.
Like you could be a converted Jew and still be the victim of anti-Semitism.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Like Charlotte in Sex and the City.
Exactly.
Do you think they're going to mention it in season 3? My prediction, season 3 of And Just Like That is going to come out, and they're going to mention the whole like Israel-Palestine thing.
Oh, maybe not Israel-Palestine, but they're going to address it.
The way the show is shaping up, like they truly might just lay it all out there.
Yeah.
Because Charlotte is a converted Jew
Mm-hmm.
to her actual Jewish husband.
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe anti-Semitism will be in, and then like racism meaning prejudice on the basis of only race would be out. I don't know.
Yeah, racism is out. That's all we know.
We're not saying that's gonna be. Maybe it's just a bit of a prediction. But all the rest of the ins and outs are that's scripture. Like
yeah,
we will be living our lives.
That came to me in dreams. So
in an autistic dream, that if this was the Salem witch trials, you would be.
My hyperfixation is having prophetic visions and prophesying to LA via podcast
to literally tens
of people. So get the word out, folks, and that's all from us.
That's how we should end every episode. So get the word out, folks, and that's all from us. End. But we are at time, so
word.
We will be back next week. The first. And we got some plans. Well, we're not even going to spoil it, but next episode's going to be silly.
Not even I know the plans.
You do, but
they're that secret.
You forgot because you haven't had it.
Because I've had recently enough. Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys.
I've had too many vodka grapefruits.
Greyhounds.
Can't remember what I was.
If one more alcoholic can't tell me what a cocktail's name, I swear to God.
All right.
I'm like giving a speech at AA. My rock bottom was I had about 14 cowboy cocksuckers.
After the 10th cowboy cocksucker shot, I
realized I had a real problem here.
I realized the first step is admitting you have a problem.
All right.
Awesome sauce.
Apple Podcasts, or if you want to see us, Spotify and YouTube. Thanks for listening, y'all. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.